他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。
One day a dragon was released from a storybook page when it was read to a strong woman by a very powerful sage. She was born in Japan but moved to China at a young age to learn on the mainland, thanks to
遣唐使
the candles flickered out and the letters fell right off of the page. The room filled up with smoke and this feeling of rage. A beast was released in the east from a paper-thin cage. But when it became like origami, it blew fire on a rampage. The man yelled, "Get back!" as it turned and killed him with one breath. She desperately crawled and clawed away and barely avoided death. It blew a hole through the roof and flew up into the night sky. She scooped up the burnt book and opened it with tears in her eyes. She read to the end to see just how the dragon could be defeated. Then she jumped up because she now knew exactly what she needed. Because this was her destiny and her quest was to complete it. She boarded a ship the next morning and headed straight to Shirakawa. Somewhere in that village hid a flute, a sword, and an empty book. As the legend went, a particular song was what it took to lure the dragon in and activate this magic sword. Slice the dragon over its pages and it again will become mere words.
他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。
After 5 long days of travel, she arrived in the town. In search of the object she needed, she began to look around. She learned that it was watched over by a wise old man. Once a fierce warrior, but now he could barely even stand. He protected it by burying it in a cave frozen in ice, surrounded by traps and guarded by torture devices. So if she were to succeed, she would need to be precise. Unless you were a true ninja, don't go in, was the advice. She didn't look back, she had honor and she was brave. Her people were being obliterated, so she risked an early grave. Her heart raced as her intention was always to save. So she slowly and cautiously entered that mythical cave. She perfectly predicted every trap that came her way. She dodged arrows and knives plus a beast that she had to slay. A true ninja's hand was placed on the ice so it melted away. The labyrinth began to self-destruct, so she snatched the objects and made her getaway.
他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。
With the plume of ash and smoke, alas, she had escaped. Into the first page of the book, music notes were scraped. She ran far into the woods even though her body ached. But to avoid casualties in the battle, she would do whatever it would take. She made it to a clearing and she prepared to fight. She was confident, especially since she still had some daylight. But when she played the flute, day turned into night. She placed the book down as the dragon came into her sight. The dragon came at her with more force than she had ever seen. It blew fire at her, but with this sword, she was immune. She quickly slashed its throat and stabbed it into the spleen. The magic was activated with the flute's enchanted tune. The woods of the battle scene turned to red from green. But when the book slammed shut, the forest again became clean. The blood of the ninja and the dragon became the ink to the story. A legend of a woman who defeated a dragon lived in glory.
他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。他是个忍者，在东方长大，击败一条强壮凶猛的龙。